Hey guys, I'm Amy, and this is my video presentation for the Foundations for Personal Trainers course at NAET. I chose a topic that I was interested in merely because I wanted to do the research on it, and I chose, is plant-based protein sufficient for the human body? I wanted to know if you can get enough protein from eating plant-based foods. A person that has a plant-based diet, an extreme example would be a vegan. A vegan is someone that doesn't eat any animal products at all, so no dairy, no meat, nothing animal, no cheese, no yogurt, no butter, no sour cream, nothing animal that's produced from an animal. Another plant-based protein diet could be vegetarian or pescatarian, just to clarify the definitions. So I'm going to start out and ask you guys a question, and if you can kind of keep that question in mind throughout the presentation. Do you know anyone that does not eat meat? I'd like you to stop and just ask yourself, do you know anyone that doesn't eat meat, and why don't they eat meat? Have they shared that with you? Do you understand why they decided not to eat meat? So what are proteins? Well, we're all familiar with the terminology macronutrients, and protein is one of them. One of the three. There's fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. What exactly is protein? Well, let's narrow it down. A protein is defined biochemically as a polymer chains of essential and non-essential amino acids that are connected by peptide bonds. So, essentially, protein acts as a fuel source, and it's one of the building blocks of body tissue. So I found this picture here just to clarify some amino acids all linked together into a chain, and they eventually ravel up into a ball, and that's a protein. Non-essential amino acids, they can be made by the body. Essential amino acids, they cannot be made by the body, and they must be found in foods. So that's the difference between essential and non-essential amino acids. That is a key here with proteins. So there are 9 essential amino acids that are needed from food, and there's 11 non-essential amino acids. So why do we need protein? Well, protein intake is necessary to achieve growth and maintenance. So for example, I'm bringing up some different types of people, toddlers, pregnant and nursing mothers, seniors, and athletes. Now, why am I bringing up these diverse, different individuals? I mean, obviously we all need protein, but the question is, like, how much protein do we need? So these examples I'm using to show you that the quantity of protein varies dependent on the individual. It really does. Factors such as age, your health condition, how physically active are you? These all play a role in how much is required. So how much protein then? The World Health Organization estimates that adults benefit from intakes of above the RDA, the recommended daily allowance, of 0.8 grams of protein. But the recommendation for a complete high-quality protein is 1.5 to 2.2 grams. So that's the recommended for a complete high-quality protein. Why do some people choose not to eat meat? So I looked into that, and some people choose not to eat meat based on health and wellness reasons. So for health reasons, they chose not to. Weight management, that can be, if that's something that's a benefit. Animal welfare, so if you have a love for animals and you just feel that you just can't do it, that's why some people may not eat meat. Ethical reasons, religion, so maybe culturally it's just not part of your culture. Taste, so maybe you just don't like the taste of it. And also economic reasons, maybe you just can't afford it. What's the difference? Okay, well, animal proteins are considered to be a higher quality, so far less food intake is needed to get those required essential amino acids, whereas plant proteins, they're considered a lower quality, and so you need to have more food intake to get that required essential amino acids. What are the benefits of having animal protein? Well, like I said, it's a higher quality. It absorbs quickly into the bloodstream with less consumption, so the quantity. There's a higher iron content. What are the cons? Well, it's high in saturated fat. Meat has been linked to chronic diseases such as diabetes, cancer, ulterior sclerosis, hypertension, and Alzheimer's. This is something you could research if it interests you. Killing animals for your own satisfaction. So if it's just for pleasure, eating is pleasure. It's a part of life, and in our Western culture, we do a lot of eating for pleasure. Meat production. So a con would be that it doesn't impact the environment. So a lot of people aren't aware of the pollution that goes into play from the production of meat. So the animals, methane gases, those wastes go into the atmosphere, as well as the water and land consumption that is utilized. So all the farming that takes place, this does impact our environment. What are the benefits of plant-based protein? Well, it improves your immune system. So there's a lot of vitamins in plants. Reduces your cholesterol and saturated fats in your diet. So if that's something you want to work on, you can lower your blood pressure. Hey, that's a benefit. Weight loss or weight maintenance, definitely an advantage. Increase in antioxidants and phytonutrients. A decrease in induced oxidative stress, so for people that are physically active, this one would come into play for ethical reasons and for economical reasons. What are the cons of plant protein? Well, you can develop a nutrient deficiency, so you could be lacking iron, vitamin B12, calcium, vitamin D, or zinc. So you need to eat a higher quantity to achieve the same quality. Meal planning needs to be a daily routine, and if the meal planning is neglected, then things like anemia can develop, like from the lack of iron, and your energy levels can begin to decline. Too much? Absolutely. Too much protein can be toxic on the kidneys. Example, bodybuilders that want to bulk up, if you're using a lot of protein in the long run, this could impact your body as well. Too much protein can be harmful for people with kidney disease as well as diabetes. Conclusion. Is plant-based protein sufficient for the human body? Absolutely, yes. So research that I found was that you can get a sufficient amount of protein from plant-based foods. The RDA can be used, but meals, they should be planned, and protein quantities need to be considered every day. If you liked my presentation, if it interested you, I would like to recommend a few documentaries. There's Forks Over Knives, What the Health, and Food Incorporated. You can find them on Netflix. Enjoy. And these are my references. Thanks for watching.